Shannon Stain Glacery carries the full line of Val Cox 96 COE Frit blends for fusing. In this lesson, we're going to make two pink frit bowls using gold pink powder and oleander frit. We'll need some silver foil and a base glass of 96 COE in both white and clear, and a spray bottle with water. This lesson will demonstrate how the order in which the glass and frit are placed affect the final outcome. Here you can see the powders and the two different recipes we're going to be doing today and how the effect looks very different. So let's get started by cutting some glass. You'll need clear and white. I've cut 5-inch discs. They need to be washed very carefully. Hot soapy water, then a clear bath, allowed to dry. Okay, for this first style, we're going to start with a base of the clear. Then on top of it will be the sheet of white. The gold pink powder is on top of it. Then the silver foil, and the frit goes on the very top. So I start with a fresh sheet of papyrus paper. I have my disc of clear. I've put some extra fine powder on the top of it to help with any bubbles in this layering. I have sprayed this white disc with some water, and now I'm sifting the gold pink powder. You want to overlap the edge a little bit to get full coverage. I'm using a Thompson enamel 40 mesh sifting cup. Just a nice even coverage. Now I'm using the silver foil. I could do any number of shapes, from circles to squares to strips. In this example, I'm just going to tear a sheet in half for each of the two bowls, and then just tear little strips to put on top. Just place the silver on here, and then I'll use the spray bottle again from a distance to spray the top of this silver to sort of weight it down, and also so that the frit will stick on top and I won't have to balance it so carefully getting it to the kiln. Just a little scattering. There's any number of colors you could use. I used oleander, but any of the frit blends would be a pretty combination here. I'm bringing back my clear disc, and very carefully, so as not to mar the edges of that powder, I balance this and sandwich the two pieces together. Get it ready to go in the kiln. This second style has a very different look, but it's the same colors, just different order. So here I'm going to start with the base of white, and then the silver foil. Then the powder will go on top of it, then my sheet of clear, and then frit on top of it. So I use the spray bottle on the white so that the silver will stick a little better, and I'm cutting it into strips and placing it on there. I want to spray the water now on top of the silver so that the powder will stick well to the glass and the silver. And just as before, just a very thin layer of gold pink powder sifted on top. This layer of powder also acts as a buffer, so when the sheet of clear goes on top of it, it will allow some space for the air to release to possibly eliminate bubbles. So the clear just goes right on top of it. I'm going to use my spray bottle to mist the top of it to put some frit scattered on it. If I didn't put that water on, the frit's likely just to fall right off. But that little bit of water holds it in place long enough to get it to the kiln and to balance it as I'm getting it onto the kiln shelf. A fresh sheet of papyrus paper, and very carefully bringing these two discs up to set on the kiln shelf. These two discs are now ready for full fusing before we slump them into a bowl. I use a target temperature of 1465 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. These dishes are 5 inches across. You would need to adjust that according to size of the dish and your kiln. So this is the first one, and this is style number 2. I have prepared 2 molds with zip, and I'm using a target temperature for slumping of 1265 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 minutes. And here are how the bowls turned out. I'm very happy with them. I hope you'll give it a try. Thanks for watching.